Your body can increase its growth hormone by 2,000%. Not 2%, 2,000%. And all you have to do is skip breakfast and lunch. Look, whether you're trying to lose weight, get more energy, or you're just tired of meal prepping 17 containers every Sunday, like some kind of Tupperware hoarder, this video is going to change how you think about food. I'm going to walk you through exactly what happens inside your body, hour by hour, when you eat just one meal a day. The good stuff, the bad stuff, and the stuff nobody talks about. Okay, so first, let's address the elephant in the room. Eating 3 meals a day? That's not some ancient biological law written into your DNA. That whole system is only about 200 years old. Seriously. The ancient Romans thought eating more than once a day was gluttony. Medieval Europeans only let sick people and tiny baby monks eat breakfast. The word breakfast didn't even exist until the 1400s. You know who invented our current 3-meal schedule? The British Navy. They needed to organize feeding times on ships. So congratulations, your entire eating pattern is based on 18th century boat logistics. Not exactly the pinnacle of nutritional science. So what actually happens when you compress all your eating into one meal? Let's walk through your body's 23-hour journey, because this is where it gets wild. Hours 0 through 4. You just crushed your one big meal. Your blood sugar spikes, insulin floods in like a bouncer at a nightclub, and your body starts either using that energy immediately or stuffing it into storage. Your liver can hold about 100 grams of glycogen, your muscles about 400. Fat burning? Completely shut down. Your body's too busy processing that mountain of food you just inhaled. Hours 4 through 12. Now things start shifting. Insulin drops. Your body realizes no more food is coming and starts dipping into those glycogen reserves. It's like your body checking the fridge, finding it empty, and sighing before opening the pantry. By hour 12, you've burned through about 50 to 70% of your stored carbs. Hours 12 through 18. This is where the magic happens. Scientists call this the metabolic switch. Your body goes, okay, we're out of easy carbs. Time to start burning fat. Your liver begins converting fatty acids into something called ketones. These little molecules are like premium fuel for your brain. Instead of the glucose roller coaster with its highs and crashes, ketones provide this steady, consistent energy. This is why so many people report feeling mentally sharp during fasting. Their brain is literally running on a different, more stable fuel source. Hours 18 through 24. Full ketone mode activated. Your glycogen tank is basically empty. Your body is now a fat-burning machine. And here's where that insane stat comes in. During a 24-hour fast, human growth hormone increases by 1,300% in women and nearly 2,000% in men. This isn't some fringe study either. This is research from Intermountain Medical Center. Why does your body do this? Because growth hormone protects your muscles while you burn fat. It's your body's way of saying, hey, we're in survival mode. Let's burn the spare tire, not the engine. But wait, there's more. Around this time, your cells start doing something called autophagy. Auto means self. Phagy means eating. Your cells are literally eating themselves. Sounds horrifying. Actually sounds like a zombie movie, but it's amazing. Your cells identify broken, damaged parts of themselves and recycle them into new components. It's like Marie Kondo showing up inside every cell in your body, asking, does this mitochondria spark joy? A Japanese scientist named Yoshinori Osumi won the Nobel Prize in 2016 for figuring out how this works. Autophagy is linked to reduced risk of Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, cancer, and heart disease. And fasting is one of the most reliable ways to trigger it. Now, I know what you're thinking. This sounds amazing. I'm never eating breakfast again. Hold on. Let's talk about the other side of this coin, because I'm not here to sell you a fantasy. First, the weight loss thing. Yes, OMAD works for losing weight. But here's the uncomfortable truth. It's not because of any metabolic wizardry. it's mostly because you physically cannot eat that many calories in one sitting. Studies show people naturally eat about 550 fewer calories when they only have one meal. A 12-month study compared time-restricted eating to regular calorie counting and found basically identical results. OMAD isn't magic. It's just a really effective trick to eat less without counting every almond. Second, getting all your nutrients in one meal is, and I'm quoting an actual dietitian here, nearly impossible. Think about it. You need protein, fiber, iron, calcium, vitamin D, omega-3s, B vitamins, and like 18 other things your body needs to not fall apart. Squeezing all of that into a single plate? That's not dinner. That's a chemistry experiment. One expert said most women don't even meet their iron needs eating 3 meals a day. Now imagine trying to do it in one. Third, there's a muscle problem. One study found that people doing intermittent fasting lost 65% of their weight as lean muscle mass. That's not good. You want to lose fat, not the stuff that makes you strong and keeps your metabolism running. The good news? This seems to be fixable with resistance training and eating enough protein, but you have to be intentional about it. Fourth, and this one's serious, OMAD has what researchers call characteristics of disordered eating. The restriction, the rigid rules, the all or nothing mentality, these are things we see in eating disorders. One dietitian warned that OMAD gives a legitimate seeming label to behaviors associated with anorexia. If you have any history with disordered eating, please, genuinely, skip this one. And fifth, here's a weird paradox. While fasting generally improves insulin sensitivity, eating one giant meal, especially at night, can actually make your morning blood sugar worse. One study found OMAD increased fasting glucose from about 85 to almost 96. So timing matters more than we thought. Who should absolutely not try this? People with diabetes, anyone pregnant or breastfeeding, kids and teenagers whose brains are still developing, elderly folks who already have trouble absorbing protein, athletes who need consistent fuel, and anyone with a history of eating disorders. But here's the balanced take. OMAD isn't evil and it isn't magic. It's a tool. Some people genuinely thrive on it. Jack Dorsey, the Twitter founder, does OMAD and says his days feel longer because they're not chopped up by meals. Hugh Jackman used intermittent fasting to get shredded for Wolverine. 500 million views on TikTok are tagged with OMAD. It clearly works for some people. The real question is whether it works for you. And here's my honest advice. If you're curious, maybe don't jump straight into eating once a day. Try 16-8 first. That's an 8-hour eating window. Most of the benefits way easier to stick with, and you're less likely to end up face first in a pizza at 11 p.m. because your willpower finally snapped. Your ancestors didn't eat 3 meals a day, but they also didn't have Netflix, desk jobs, and unlimited access to Doritos. We're playing a different game now. The goal isn't to perfectly replicate some caveman lifestyle. It's to find what actually works for your body, your schedule, and your sanity. So that's OMAD, a 2,000% growth hormone spike, ancient cellular cleanup cruise, real fat loss, but also real risks if you're not careful. It's not for everyone, but for the right person, at the right time, with the right approach, it can genuinely change how you relate to food. If this video helped you understand what's actually happening in your body, hit subscribe. I break down complex health and science stuff like this all the time. No fluff, no hype, just what the research actually says. Drop a comment telling me if you've tried OMAD or if you're thinking about it. I read everything, and I'll see you in the next one.